Hi, welcome to the 10X Glam Gab channel here on YouTube. It is great to see everyone, whether it's your first time or you're coming back. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you. I know there are a lot of choices out there, and you're hanging out with me. You're hanging out with us, the rest of the gang here at the 10X Glam Gab channel, where I do a little bit of glam and a little bit of gab. We're going to get right into it because I don't have a lot of time. For those of you who are just joining us, the invaders are real today. The invaders, they're out there. Those are my family members that are always trying to rush me through my glam time so that I can go help them do something. So we may get interrupted by the invaders. So we're going to get right into this. I'm going to put on new to me. This video is going to be a very quick get ready with me. I'm not going to do much because, like I said, I'm running errands with the invaders. We are preparing for studenta. I don't know if I said it right. It's how they say it here in Sweden. It's basically a grad party. So I have two grad parties to get ready for this season, if you will. We can say graduation season. I have my own sons that I will be doing in Michigan when I go home in July and when I mail that epic giveaway, which I'm going to talk about in a second. And then I have one here in Stockholm where my stepson is also graduating. And we have a whole list of stuff that we're responsible for. And so today we're getting the ball rolling. We're going to start the shop because these things are coming up, especially the Studenten that's happening here in Stockholm. So what I want to do is I want to get these Rhode eye patches. They're supposed to be limited edition. If you're tracking my channel, I've been a little bit over the top with my Rhode. It's like I did like, you know, if you're playing a video game and you eat like a power up and all of a sudden like, boom, you're like a million towers tall. That's what I've kind of done with my Rhode collection. It just exploded. I was going to say not intentionally, but it was very intentional because I've been wanting to do this for a while. So anyway, I went in and I bought the limited edition Rhode eye patches. I think there's 5 in here, and they sit for 10 to 15 minutes under your eye, peptide and caffeine infused. Listen, these probably aren't that much different from any other sort of peptide caffeine infused eye patches we've used in the past. All right, I'm lying. These don't have that, that, I don't know, gelatinous sort of feel to them that sometimes you get in other under eye patches. Excuse me, that you're just like, why do these feel so jelly welly on my face? These just stuck on like a sticker. So there's that. I mean, I think I paid $25 for this 5-pack, and on the back, it says, you know, they recommend you do this 2 to 3 times a week. And, you know, I don't think that that's realistic. Like if you're trying to hit a demographic that's going to repeat buy, I just don't know what percentage of your average customers are going to be able to 2 to 3 times a week, and you only get 5 in a pack. So what you're buying at least 2 a month, $50 just on eye patches. I just don't think that that's a reasonable ask for your average consumer, but I think it's kind of fun for us to try. And I don't usually go high end on under eye patches. I get them super cheap when they're in a bargain bin. So let's go in with them. Look in a little closer. Oh, today I slicked back my hair. I've been sucked into those videos where the gals are using like a moussey type of product. I have this one that I got in a that I won in a giveaway from Shoppers Drug Mart a million years ago. A styling foam with my thin hair, pretty much my entire life, has lasted me a long time. Like basically until it cakes up so bad I can't get anything out of the pump. That's just how infrequently I use a product like that on my thin hair. But I have actually been experimenting with this sort of type of product. Yeah, we're going to get a lot of gab because I do want to try to get the full 10 minutes at least in on these. So I'm watching my clock as we record. So, you know, I've been seeing several videos and doing myself on sort of the, do I really want to wash my hair? It is a wash and dry the hair day, but I'm just not into it. Those are the days that I have been taking this foam. It's from Avita. So I figured that's a good brand. And I just pump a little bit in. I do one of these numbers and I smooth here, I smooth here. I go underneath, and this is all with my head down. So I'm like flipping my hair, like bending over, flipping my head over, and just doing the original slick back, and then getting my brush out and pulling it together. And I think I'm looking pretty slick. I don't know, the back isn't probably as well, but it's it's the flyaways are contained. So I'm into that, and I haven't mentioned that. Let's talk now about my progressive giveaway, the Road to 1K. I love saying that. I think it's so cool. My Road to 1K giveaway. So a couple of weeks ago, I announced that, no, I unboxed, but more than a couple of weeks ago, I'd say like almost a couple of months ago, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, you OGers out there, I said I wanted to give a giveaway that was worth over $500, but I wanted to make sure, you know, it was like a milestone giveaway. At first I was like, oh, 500 views for $500. And I thought, no, we can do better than that. We've gotten 1,000 views in a video before. So let's say, you know, between now and when I go on vacation in July, as I mentioned, to go throw this epic grad party, although it could be birthday. The kiddo's birthday is coming up. Can you believe it? Well, can you believe it? I mean, I know you don't know me, but I just can't believe I'm going to have my second son turn 18. And as a present, I didn't mention this yet, I'm taking him to Vienna because he loves schnitzel. And I've been to Vienna a few times. It's a cute town. There's a couple highlights. Freud, there's like a Freud house, you know, Sigmund Freud. So I'll take him to the Freud house. He wants to eat schnitzel. It's really a bang up like 36-hour trip. We get in Friday night just in time to sort of eat a decent dinner. I found a fondue place because he also likes fondue. Saturday, his birthday, we have all day to roam the city. It's a very easy city to get around, just be tourists. And Sunday, bright in the morning, like 6 a.m., we have to come back to Stockholm, but that's okay. That's when we'll have his cake and stuff. So anyway, I can't believe, and I don't expect you to believe, that I've got the kiddo turning 18, like end of this month, and then and already in mid-July, then we celebrate the graduation. It's just, I don't know, as a mom, I guess this is like a milestone era for me. Totally is. Anyway, what are we looking at? 7 minutes. I'm not wasting these things. And, oh, we're talking about the giveaway. I was going to say, maybe I'll pop them in the giveaway. Let me tell you if I feel anything. I feel like coolness going on under these patches. And when I put it on, it was not that gel crap, that slimy, icky little slimy, wily gel under eye patch that you get, you know, from a lot of under eye patches. But I was going to say this, $25 for a pack of 5. I mean, that just gets expensive, especially if you're doing it 2 or 3 times a week. So I would think for me, the key ingredients in an under eye patch for me is really the caffeine, like wake me up before I go type of deal. So if you're at like a TJ Maxx or a Marshalls or a Winners or wherever discount place where you see these things, I would say, you know, get them on discount with the ingredients that you like in them, right? In my case, I'm taking the caffeine. So the Road to 1K is now, I will mail this thing, like I'll link the video in this video description where I did a reveal and unbox a couple of weeks ago, so you could see like where the prize chest was at that time. But I've been adding to it. I'm going to add to that giveaway every single video until I leave on my trip to America in July. So what are we adding out of this video? I'll tell you what we're adding out of this video. This is another product that I threw into my cart when I was experimenting with Amazon.se. Yes, my friends, the iconic L'Oréal Glotion. I picked it out for the giveaway box in my favorite shade, which is 903, and so we're rolling into the summer, and it might, you know, I think it's a perfect shade for a lot of skin tones, especially going into the summer. And it was on mad discount. I got this thing for equivalent of $11 US. This thing, I've never really seen it that cheap in drugstores. I've seen it go down to 12, 13. Sometimes it's as much as $18. So the 903 L'Oréal Glotion is going into the treasure chest for the giveaway. I think that's an epic one. Are you cheering at home? I'm cheering. I think that is so, I think it's such a great addition. But we need to get to that 1K. Like I want to talk about this too. There's another thing I want to talk about. Let me talk about the other thing first. But for myself, I bought 902, which I think I'm going to throw on today. Once these things are done and I do a little bit of skincare, I'm just going to blend this in and do some powder and maybe something like a little bit of color, pop, hey, and get out the door before the invader comes and drags me out the door. But this is something I wanted to address. I think some of you might be noticing that my thumbnails are a little bit more animated and they look a little bit more like weird in the lighting. It's because I'm using my ChatGPT friend to help me generate these thumbnails, because they can, like, the artistic genes did not come from me. The other son that you've seen in some of my videos, he is my artiste. He could probably do some bang up thumbnails, au naturel. But I just, we're trying to grow, right? And I'm not one to, I don't know, sit on the back bench and just, I don't know, let people in front of me go. I'm like, I want to be out there. I want to be in the mix of things. And so I think that's one way to get there with my channel, is to take a little bit of help from AI. If they want to generate my thumbnails, I'm going to make sure I'm not looking too crazy, but like, they can do all the fun text, the eye-catching stuff that's really going to grow our community. So I hope that those of you who have been around for a while are not like, what's going on with our friend? She's gone off the rails on a crazy train. Yeah, it happens every day. But in terms of my thumbnails, I'm just getting a little help from a friend. Just getting a little help from my friend. So bear with me during this experimental period, because I kind of like the pops of color and stuff. As long as I don't look too cartoony, then I'm good to go. All right, the other thing I want to talk about, we're at 11 minutes, so I think these just feel so comfortable. Sometimes when you put like a mask on or something like this, you just want to rip it off because your face itches. That is not the case with this. This feels so comfortable. I feel like I could leave this. I feel like I could sleep in these things. These are really, really fantastic. The other thing I want to talk about is this giveaway. It is getting big, guys. It is getting big. And the videos aren't getting big views. So maybe in the lead up, we're going to get some of those views that we're looking for. I don't know if we're going to be able to tell anything instant. I think you can't expect a one-off is going to all of a sudden give you like instant brightness and all the things and cover up the circles and all the things. Can I say that again? And all the things. It's a repetition, right, of finding the ingredients that work for your skin to help diminish the imperfections that you're targeting, be it discoloration, be it fine lines, whatever it is. So I'm not expecting a miracle after one use, but I will lean in and you can just see the fresh look. So getting back to the giveaway, what I'm saying is, if for some reason the algorithm doesn't introduce us to new people, and it's my regular like ride or diers just commenting every video because you guys rock, I think, in my opinion, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, in my opinion, in the spirit of the community, if by the time I go on vacation and we're not anywhere near hitting that, and it's not because I don't have the engagement, I have the engagement, like I said, from my ride or diers, and you know who you are, then I think the only fair thing to do is for me to sort of, we're going in with all Rhode, by the way. That was the Rhode Glazing Mist, this is the Rose Glazing Milk. I think that the only fair thing to do is take this giveaway that's only getting bigger every video I upload and kind of parse it out and turn it into 2 or 3 really nice giveaways that are still going to be worth a couple $100 each. And you know me, I'll be quite equitable. There's a fair amount of Charlotte Tilbury in the mix now, which I know is a crowd favorite. I won't put all the Charlotte Tilbury in one, giveaway bag. I'll split it up, right? I'll be very equitable. I'm a very equitable type of gal. And if some of you may remember, I'm a Libra. So the scales tend to, I tend to always be trying to even out my scales in most of my endeavors. So let me know what you think about that. I don't know. I think that that's only fair. Like, I'm not being a pessimist here. I'm just saying that I'm relying a lot on the algorithm, which doesn't always come through for me. So this is the 902 in the L'Oréal Glotion. Again, I usually use 903. It's a little bit more, I don't know what the word is. It's a little bit more glowy and less pigmented than the 903. I used to use, I don't know if it's 900 or 901, which is like a real pearly pearl, which I really liked and I used up, and I just never really repurchased it. But let me know what you think. I think that that's the only fair thing to do. I'll take basically the videos from when I announced this thing going on a couple weeks ago up until when I leave, like the last video I do before I go on vacation. and you know, drop a thing in, maybe the second to last video, because I need to give the last video a little bit of time to get some views. But I'll just take like the top 3 or something, because I just think that that's fair. And I think many of you will think that there's no reason for us to be like super greedy. It'll still be a really nice giveaway. We're just going to divide it out so that it's sort of fair, right? Spread the goods a little bit further. But if we hit that 1,000 mark, if we do get that video that gets 1,000 views, it's gonna be one lucky, really lucky winner. I wonder if I count. Could I just watch my video like 1,000 times? And no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. All right, we need to go in. Oh, I pulled out the lip liner. So this is new. I got this on the Amazon.se order, which I forgot to say. And like I started this thought in the other video, the last video I made, where I was like, hey, I tried Amazon SE. I just wanted to see how long it would take. I got like a free week of Amazon, their version of Amazon Prime. But it was weird. It didn't come to my door. I had to go to some kiosk. I had to Uber to some kiosk. It wasn't far from my place. I had to go to a Post Nord, which is like their, I don't know, Post Nord is the postal service for not just Sweden, but other, like in Copenhagen and Denmark, probably Norway as well, Scandinavia. It serves all of Scandinavia. Like when you're dealing with smaller countries than what we've got in the US and Canada for that matter, these larger countries, you know, you kind of have, you know, your own thing. Like we have USPS, but here when we're in the Scandinavias, they combine their resources and they have one service that, in terms of post, that serves them all, and it's called Post Nord. And so I had to go to a Post Nord office and pick up the thing. Wasn't that inconvenient, but it wasn't perfect. All right, let's go in with this lip liner stain from Wet n Wild that I got. I don't know how this is going to work. Let's just put it on. I don't know if I peel it off or if it's another marker. I think it's another marker. Oh, I like it. Look at that color. That is lovely. This is just a lip liner stain. I don't have to peel it off. Look, there's the back. I love visual aids. Look at that. I'm going to go on the side of it so I can kind of get like a flat, chunky coverage as opposed to the fine tip. Wow, it's really nice. And, you know, it was under like $5 or $6. Look at that. I love it. Hey, you know, hey, I hate it when I say that, but I can't help it. Don't find me rude. I was just thinking that if you have it within your total recall to sometimes share out these videos, that could help us get to our goal. All right, let's go to the road. That could help us get down the road, the 1K road giveaway. Speaking of road, this is the lip shape contour sort of stick that I used in my last video, but I thought, what if I just combine it in with that Wet n Wild and see where it's taking us. I want to say Happy Memorial Day to everyone as well. I am wearing my 2010. I went to the Olympics in 2010 and they were in Vancouver and I got some merch. And so I just felt like wearing, I just was like, Happy Memorial Day. Like, why don't I wear some merch? I'll lean in so you can see my patch there. It says Vancouver 2010 and on the back it says USA, although I won't wear it out when we run errands because I don't want to look like a total weirdo here in my host country of Sweden. But I just thought it might be fun to wear, to do this video, to wish everybody a happy Memorial Day. I hope whoever you are celebrating it, it is fantastic. It's one of my favorite holidays to celebrate in America because like, for example, what I'm missing out on is my family getting together and barbecuing and hanging out by the lake. And those are the kind of things that I do miss a lot. But like I say, I can accomplish those when I go home in July to celebrate the grad and to just get some time in the USA. All right, before I go, that was just some House Labs concealer because we're not, like I said, I'm just going to powder up and go. I'm surprised that I can still even do this video and not get interrupted. Want to say a couple of things that are out there on the market. Sephora right now is doing some sort of stack deal bonus. So if you spend $75, they'll give you 500 points. And if you cash in 500 points, that can come up to $10 off an order. So that's going on right now with Sephora. Elf has dropped some new products. I'm keeping this in my hand because I want to talk about how they've dropped a rose sort of grip setting spray. If you know their Power Grip primers, they have one in this like turquoisey, and then they made this spray which is quite popular. I love it because it's primer-esque. It's got some good grip to it, even though that it is a spray. You can tell I use it. And now they have it in the Power Grip rose, so it's like pinky pink. I just did an Elf order last night before I fell asleep. My favorite time to do orders. I think I did an Amazon order too. I don't know. I just kind of fell asleep with my phone in my hand. Ever happened to you? And so what else is going on with Elf? Elf has new contour, sort of contour and blush cream sticks. This is my Merit. I'll just go in with that. So I didn't pick up the blush one, but the bronzer definitely caught my attention because I love creamy bronzer sticks, and I do love Elf. I do love me some Elf, you know I do. So that's coming, and Elf has also dropped a new, I don't want to say, but I think I can say it's some sort of iridescent setting powder, and it comes in quite a nice shade collection. Like you can get light, fair, medium, deep, and then there's like at least one other, and it looks like it's a quad. It's going to be a quad sort of loose powder tin, right? Imagine this. And then inside it's gonna be partitioned. So if you want, say, the blue, you want the green, you want the pink or whatever, you can kind of like tap those out and use them as you need them. So that's really, 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 really exciting from Elf. What they think it had they've got a new balm lippy, and it's from their booster sort of collection. I have their Thirst Burst collection. I do have some of their Thirst Burst moisturizer or serum, one of the two. I can't remember which one. And so it's from the Thirst Burst line. So there's all kinds of new stuff going on. I'm going to go all over my face, just a quick powder, and then out the door here with my Charlotte Tilbury setting powder. So there's all kinds of new stuff on Elf. You should go check it out. I didn't notice any gifts with purchase though, but they do have nice little, it's nice to build on. I think they call it their beauty squad. It is pretty nice to build up your points because they do give pretty decent size deluxe products when you cash in your points. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you're well. Thanks for hanging out. I'm super excited to throw that glotion inside the giveaway, and I'm so excited that we got through this video without the invader being like, let's go. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.